Black Lives Matter is literally taking over our 50 states. This time around, it just seems like something different is brewing. And when I say something different, I mean a turning point, a true turning point. This can possibly be the change that all of our ancestors have been fighting for. So I have two girls that's going to make something of themselves, and two boys who's going to make something of themselves when they get older. And when they finally become independent and they go out there on their own and they drive a car, or they go hang out with some friends, or they're just simply doing something as running an errand, you don't expect them not to come back. Why should we feel that way? Why should we, as Black mothers, Black fathers, Black people as a race, why do we have to fear our child doing the simplest thing as running an errand and not making it back home? It's not fair. And we shouldn't feel that way. And when you see all of these protesters angry, what choice do you think they have if all these years no one has listened? It's an outrage. It's a cry. It's an anger that has been there for years upon years upon years. I clapped this morning because finally I actually feel like people are listening. As a Black mother raising 4 kids, 2 of them are girls, I know that I have to prepare them for what's ahead when they want a job title that they're working hard for. It's not equal for them out there. They're women and they're Black. So I never want to tell my girls that those are 2 negative things that you have, because it's not. Be proud to be a woman, be proud to be Black. There's nothing wrong with that. It's powerful. It's just sad that I have to say that because of those 2 things, you have to understand that you are going to have to fight 10 times harder than the next person. I don't care who says, oh, it's just about working hard and dedication, and these people, these Black people who aren't in that position didn't work hard. The hell with you, because that's not how it works. That's not how it works. We are cut down from our opportunity before we can even get there. We have so many things blocking us before we have the chance to even get there. So there is no equal race here, meaning the race to get to success it's not an equal opportunity. I don't care who feels that way. And if you are watching this and you are on my timeline, you're a friend of mine, and you don't like what I say, unfriend me right now. I don't give a damn. Because there's no one who can tell me that we all have equal opportunity. We do not. But I'm not even going to get into that right now. The fact is, my two sons, to think about the love that I have for them, I want everything for them. I want them to become successful. I want them to work hard, become successful, and know that when they work hard, they can become successful. Chase their dreams. I do not want their dreams to get cut short because of police brutality, because they've gotten stopped for driving a car, or because they're running an errand. I do not want my sons to experience any form of racism, but I know that it's a reality that they possibly can. And it hurts. And I want nothing more than justice served for George Floyd and for every single Black man, child that they have stopped and killed. And it's not about revenge. I don't want revenge. Revenge is the Lord's. I want justice served. I want these cops to know that when they're out there and their duties are to protect and serve, I want them to have that little chip on their shoulder, a little voice in their head that says, if I rough this person up, if I kill this person, if I abuse this person, if I do anything that is outside of the right thing to do, that instead of just being fired, I can actually do time. I want them to feel scared about doing something like what they did to George Floyd. I want them to fear being arrested themselves and doing time. Because there should be no human being that gets treated that way. If they arrest someone, their focus should be to arrest the person, and that is that, without bodily harm. I am not a cop, and I don't know every single, law that they have to abide by. I don't know every single rule that they have to abide by, but I do know that they are to protect and serve, and they're not doing their jobs at this moment. I'm not speaking about the good cops, because I know there's cops out there who just as, I have families, and they have a heart, and they want to do their job the right way, but then there's those who spoil the whole bunch. And if we can actually get these 4 officers to actually do time, not death penalty. I don't want them to have the death penalty, because I feel like that is just too good for them. I want them to do time so that when they are in that cell, they can think about what they did and pray for forgiveness. That's what I want. And that would mean justice for not only George Floyd, but for every Black person in this world. because now that means that we finally have a voice, and these officers are going to know and understand that our rights must be taken seriously. These officers will understand that they cannot go out there on the job and start killing our Black sons, even daughters. They have no right to take a life. They have no right to make a mother bury her son or her daughter. They have no right. They have no right to do such things. This is not justice being served. This is breaking it on all levels. But I know that everyone has been probably, seeing everything on social media, mostly tons of videos, and these videos are not easy to watch. And I did not want to watch some of these videos of our Black men being killed because I felt like it was just too much to bear. But I did watch it. I watched it because I felt that I needed to see what was going on so that I can feel what I need to feel in order to voice how I feel, if that makes sense. I can't possibly understand the outrage if I don't see what's happening. So a lot of you who choose to take off your social media, a lot of you who are not Black, who choose to turn your eye to it and ignore it and say, oh, this is gonna pass, they're just being extra. It's not the way to go. And even if you try to, it's still going to come in your way no matter what you're doing, because our Black community is everywhere. Our voices are being heard everywhere, whether you have a social media page or not, whether you mute certain friends on your friends list or take them off. When you walk into the store, okay, it's there. It's on the walls. It's murals. It's every Black face that you encounter in your daily lives. We finally have a voice, and it's being heard. And I feel that we are going to finally get justice, the justice that we deserve. And I also wanted to bring something to all of our attentions. So now, yes, we're angry. Yes, we're outraged. Some of us are crying every day. Some of us do not know what to do from here. But to make a real change, we must go out and vote. We have to do everything we can to make sure that we vote. If not, all of this would just turn into another phase or another, oh, they're angry, they protested, and that's it. No, we want to make this count. We want to make this count. And I feel like we definitely can. I feel like we're at that point where we can make this count. We can make this happen. And I'm not going to say that I'm too, I'm not going to say that I'm being too optimistic. I don't feel too optimistic about us getting justice. I no longer want to ever feel like someone feels more superior than me because of their race, We are powerful people. We are a powerful people. My Black community, we are powerful people. When we unite, our strength cannot be measured. Do you hear me? When we as a Black community unite, we are powerful. And if we can all go out there and vote, we can actually make a difference. I'm not going to say that people's opinion of colored people are going to change. I'm not going to say that all the racist people out there are not going to be racist anymore. This is something that is taught, and they are going to still exuberate their feelings towards Black people. But this time around, they can feel how they feel, but our rights will be there. Justice will be served, and they no longer will be able to walk around and think that they can take innocent Black lives and not get any repercussion for their actions. This is a turning point for us. This journey has been long, way before we were even alive in my generation. And this right here is history in the making. And I just want to say to all of you who are watching right now, even if you're not Black, you can still make a difference. Pull up. Pull up. Support us. Support us. Not with a little post, not with a, I understand your pain, or to make yourself, to show yourself as, I'm not racist and I'm for the Black people. We need your help in the voting polls. We need you to vote. We need you to vote. We need you to be with us. We need you to support us. If all of us come together, not just the Black people, if all races come together right now in this time and make this change, we'll be all right. We will be all right. And to all of you who are hurt by all of this, you should be. If you are outraged, you should be. If you're angry, you should be. I do not condone violence. I will not condone violence, because violence is what we're trying to end right now. We're trying to end violence. Two wrongs cannot make a right. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that we can only take so much. Being silent has done nothing. And being silent is a crime. And I want quiet protests. I want protests that are, no, let's put it like this. Just understand that it's okay to have these emotions. You should have these emotions, because as a human being, none of us should have to feel the way we feel right now. And any human being out there, and I'm saying human being because you don't have to be Black to feel hurt and pain, because to see that video of George Floyd, if you didn't feel any remorse, if you didn't feel any pain, if you didn't feel any sorrow, if you didn't feel anything, then there's a problem. But if you felt something when you saw that video, you need to come together with us and support us. You need to voice your opinions. You need to vote. You need to pull up. You need to pull up. We can no longer be silent. Social media platform has now become a winning platform for us. We will make this change. We will make this change. And me, my duties as a mother, as a Black woman, as a Black mother with 4 children, their futures will not get taken because of the ignorance and the foolishness and the hatred out there from these cops, white supremacy, KKKs. None of that. None of that. I do not want that for my children. I promised them a future, and a future I will give them. And then I will feel like my duty as a mother and as a Black woman, a Black mother, has been completed. And it starts right now. It started in the womb, but right now, this is a fight that we all must make sure to fight. And I don't mean violently. We just need to make a difference. We need to come together in a smart way and make a difference. And I definitely clapped. And I'm going to continue clapping because every day is a victory. Every day that our voices are heard is a victory. And history has been repeating itself. Seeing the pain that I feel when I see our protesters getting tear gassed, and it just reminds me of the hose and the dogs getting sprayed with the hose, the dogs coming and attacking, our Black protesters. This time around, it's not only Black protesters out there. We have all races out there. We have the 50 states coming together in unity for one cause. That right there is something to clap for. And my condolences go out to all of the families that have lost their child, a loved one, a friend, a teacher, a neighbor, to police brutality. And to all of us out there, to all of you out there, I want you to know that this is a turning point. And I want you to know that the way that you can make a difference is to go out there and vote and put all your anger and outrage into that, because we need to make a change right there, because this system has been created to keep us down, and we can't stand for that anymore. So I want you all to have a blessed day. I will be watching the news. I will be staying up on what's happening with the protests. I can't help not to, and you shouldn't either. And I'm just praying for justice and for those cops to all get charged. And we got this. We got this.